Hello girls, today we are going to study about the case study of lumberjacks in Canada. We know that Canada is in North America. We have done the map of it and even the physical features. A case study is a complete study of a place, a situation or of a group. It helps to understand the specific features of the subject under study. These studies create a context to understand the present practices and their evolution. So in this we are going to, case study basically means when we do an overall study of a particular thing and try to understand what all practices they do. Case studies are that part of human geography which show the triumph of ideas and the ability of the inhabitants to imagine logically. Now here it means that when we are studying human geography, in this we study the case study, and which has a number of ideas and the ability of people to imagine logically or think logically. The transformation of these ideas into inventions and innovations through experimentation and hard work has helped in revolutionizing the modern life. That means the transformation means change of these ideas, and the invention, that is the new things that they have made, and new developments that they have done through different experiments and their hard work has helped to bring a revolution in the life of them, and they have become modern. Lumbering in Canada. Let us study about it. What is lumbering? Let us first understand this. Lumbering is the act of felling and sawing timber for commercial purpose. That means it is cutting down of trees for sale. Commercial purpose means for sale. Now who will do this? Lumberjacks. So lumberjacks are the people who cut the timber, and timber here means the trees, and prepare it for the sawmills. Sawmills are basically the mills where wood is used, or the market. Now in the sawmills, wood is chopped into fine planks and then it is used for construction purpose or furniture or whatever it can be used for. Lumbering is a commercial activity. Commercial activity means on a large scale it is done, and basically it is to earn money, which is carried out in the taiga region, that is the coniferous forest across the continent. Now let us see the map. This whole part is the green part, is the coniferous forest in Canada. See, more than half of Canada is covered with this coniferous forest. Now coniferous forests are the forests which have trees which are cone-like you have the Christmas tree. Right? It is basically found in regions where you have a lot of snowfall. So the trees are in the form of a cone shape, so that whenever the snow falls on it, it slides down. So a lot of trees are found here, and they are very soft wood which can be used for making different purposes. In Canada, 60% of the total area is covered with conifers. Conifers is the variety of tree, right? This belt extends from British Columbia in the Pacific Sea coast to the Atlantic seaboard. Now here this is Pacific, this is Atlantic. So from the Pacific to the Atlantic coast, that is east-west extension of Canada, we have the coniferous trees, right? The trees which abound these regions are, now these are the names of the trees that are found here: spruce, jack pine, hemlock, poplar, balsam, cedar, and Douglas fir. These are the trees which are found in this region. Now you'll say, ma'am, what we have to learn? We'll at least know 2 names of the trees should be known to you people, right? Now these are the trees that I was talking about. So you can see beech, you can see poplar, spruce, cedar, and fir. All of them are softwood trees. Now let us talk about the life of lumberjacks, people who are basically cutting down the trees. How is their life? Lumberjacks stay in lumber camps, especially during winters. when most of the lumbering activity is carried out. Felling, sawing, and hauling require meticulous planning and labor, which is done by these people. Now, what are lumber camps? Lumber camps are basically the houses where these people live, which is made up of wood. And what are they doing? They are felling, that means cutting down the tree. Sawing means reducing it into size. Hauling means loading and transporting the wood. Right? So what all labor is required, what all planning is required, everything is done by these lumberjacks. Gradually, it is getting more organized because of machines, tractors, cables, and cranes. So earlier people used to do it by hand, but now they have got machines to do it. There are tractors, cables to hold the trees and drag them, and cranes to lift up the trees. Cables means huge wires, metallic wires. This activity is carried out mostly in winters. Why? Because there are certain reasons. One is transporting log of wood is convenient. How come it is convenient? Because during winters the plants are not there, the undergrowth is not there. Secondly, the rivers are frozen. So you can throw the trees over the river, and when the river will melt, the ice of the river will melt, this wood can be transported. Then there is a little or no undergrowth on the floors of the forest, which makes hauling convenient. Now, because winters are there, so undergrowth means the small bushes that are there are not found on the forest floor. That means in the forest only huge trees are there, and it makes hauling convenient, means it makes carrying or loading the trees very comfortable. It is easier to fell tree as the sap of the tree is frozen. The sap means the water that is inside the tree, or the minerals that are inside the tree, which are the life of the tree. That means which is taken by the tree from the soil. That sap is frozen during winters, and therefore it is easier for them to cut down the tree. It becomes hard, it becomes very stiff, so that you can cut it easily. Actual logging and transporting takes approximately 100 days. So logging means you are carrying them, and transporting takes about 100 days of the year to do the lumbering, the transporting. Now let us see what are lumber camps. Lumber camps used to be functional only during the winters, right? And they had log houses, means wooden houses to live. Bunk houses means where you have smaller houses, one above the other. You have the bunkers where you sleep, and bunk houses for sleeping, and cook house for dining. So in this you have one for living, the one is for sleeping, and the one is for one room is for cooking. An estate officer for general organization. So one is for cooking and one is an estate office, where people are organizing things, thinking about how to carry out their work. Now, with the development of proper roads and railways, they have started having permanent establishment in clearings. Now, because now there are roads and railways, roads which are going inside and railways are going inside the forest to bring the trees. So they have got proper installment of pakka buildings there instead of wood houses. Lumberjacks fall in 4 categories. Now, one person cannot do everything, or one skill cannot be used. So we have got 4 categories of lumberjacks. Let us see what do they do. High riggers. They are the ones who start the process. That means they climb up the trees and they cut it. They use mechanical or electrical saw. Saw means the axe type of a thing that is there, to cut the branches of the tree. So high riggers climb up the tree, and what do? They cut the branches of the tree. It is a hard task, as requires a lot of grit because these trees are tall. You know, some trees are about 15 to 20 meters high, and therefore it is so tall that it's difficult for them to climb. Slender and tend to sway in strong winds. Slender means they are thin trees, and tend to sway strongly means if the wind is blowing, then they will swing. So it is very difficult for the climber who climbs up and trims the branches. The next category of lumberjack is the buckers and sawers. This is the second group. Bucker and saw, what do? They cut these logs of wood into the required size, that means into a smaller size. Using saws and axes, the required length of the log is 5 meter. Now the log that is required is 5 meter for the sawmill and 1 meter for the paper mill. Sawmill means where they cut into small planks, and in paper mill they crush it and make pulp out of it to make paper. So for paper mill they require 1 meter length of the wood, while in sawmill they require 5 meter length of the wood. This job needs to be done before the wood is sent to the mill. So before the wood is sent to the mill, the buckers and saws, they cut it down into the required size before they are going to the mill for further work. The third category is the skidder. Cable skidders. Now let us see what does it mean. The pull log with steel rope. Now these skidders are basically pulling the huge logs, that is woods, with steel ropes. Sometimes they are pulled one by one, right? One by one they keep on pulling with the help of the rope. The grapple skidders use hydraulic arms to scoop up a bundle of logs and load them on the forwarders. Now hydraulic arm means this is a type of a machine that picks up the wood and keep it on the other side where it can be transported, or it keeps on the truck. It's like a hand which picks up. It's a mechanical hand or a crane, you can say. They are truck-like vehicles which carry logs through the slush and mud. Slush means whenever because it's winters and there may be somewhere waterlogging must have happened, so it becomes a muddy, watery mud, you can say. So it becomes a slush. They do not pull them. So they are carried, but they are not pulled on slush and mud, and therefore they are carried by trucks. The steel cables are strung across the valley. Whenever the terrain is difficult, they are pulled across by these cables. Now across the valley they lie the cable. They are basically hanging over the trees, and wherever they find that it is difficult for the log to move, they use the cables to drag it. Okay, log here means wood. It is the third group which has the difficult task of hauling, means carrying or dragging the log. Skidders need to reach the log bundles to the landing site. Now these skidders, they go along with the log bundles and they go to the landing site, means where the logs are going to be dumped over the river. The site could be on the bank of the frozen river, a railway track, or a roadside. The bundles are chain tied and hauled, means kept by the truck or tractor. So they are hauled means dragged and kept there by the trucks and tractors. So they are tied there near the frozen river or near the railway track or near the roadside. Now till here the skidders are going to work. They are going to drag the trees through steel cable. They are going to use the arm like hydraulic arm, and then they are going to lift it there. The last one is the transporter or the hauler. This is the fourth group of lumberjacks. And what happens now? The logs are already piled on the bank of the river or on the frozen surface of the water. When the ice will melt, they will start floating down the stream, right? Now this work, they basically have a group of lumberjacks with them, right? And it becomes very difficult. Exceedingly difficult means very, very difficult, as they need to keep the logs floating. So at times what happens, the log, they get mingled with each other and they get logged. That means a jam is there. So we call it the log jam, right? What happens when a log jam is there? They have to make a great balance and they wear a special type of boot and they walk on the logs and they remove the jam so that the logs can easily float on the